Welcome to episode 9 of Downwind Diaries. Barry and his partner and myself and my partner have just finished the downwind from DUC to Toti. There was a lot of speculation before the race, and usually when you get off the water, people say, how was your race? So Barry, how was your race?
Sure. So racing at this level at a World Champs is a super tough ask anyway. And the elephant in the room first to start is there was definitely so many people missing off the start line. I think with the singles World Champs earmarked for 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, I would say 90% of the top 20 singles were probably excluded, guys saving themselves for tomorrow. So from a results perspective, and a World Champs super diluted, just honesty. There definitely wasn't the depth of field that you would normally expect at a race like this. On the other hand, I think from a local perspective, having it here in South Africa, we've got such a strong doubles culture of racing, and the local communities around Durban, around the country, not just from Durban, but Cape Town, Port Elizabeth, George, Strand, really sort of bumped the numbers up.
White River,
there we go. So yeah, doubles racing in South Africa is big. It's probably the place in the world where we race the most amount of doubles, and from that perspective, it was just so cool to see so many doubles on the beach. I'm guessing 200 plus doubles, 400 plus people, and although we were missing that sort of top 5% that will be saving themselves tomorrow, really great field. In terms of your question about asking me about how my race was, that was not the best race I've ever had. I think I paddled well, but as an experience, I'm almost a little bit disappointed that people haven't got to see what Durban has to offer. We paddled out into the ocean, the harbour channel, and
it was wild.
And they didn't, and this is personal opinion, I'm not talking for the race organisers, we have nothing to do with the race. The buoy was placed in the middle of the harbour channel with a lot of current flowing out the harbour with the tide. Not the best place to put it, and very difficult to find. I know the guys were very split out. I had a really good start and sort of was on the right hand side of the bunch, and I only really turned 15th, but just because it was absolute mission to find the damn thing. But we had great runs. It was really messy for the first 10Ks. I felt we went really well from 10Ks to 20Ks.
Did you go deeper? Not really.
No, I think quite shallow.
Straight line.
Just so the buoy off the cutting kind of had navigated us quite shallow anyway, so I don't think there was too much nuance with line.
A lot of people went wide. I was quite interested in that. I thought that was interesting.
I think there's a lot of waves around the end of the bluff, guys going a little bit wider around those waves, probably as an optical illusion, and then just staying a little bit wider. But yeah, I think the curveball that came, and I don't want to say that I said so, I predicted that the west would come early, and it did. We had, coming past Reunion Beach, which was 10 k's to go, we literally went to the west.
I officially sent, how do I say this? I sent a message to an official the night before the race to say we will be paddling
into the west.
You called it, and we've got it on record that you called it. So what did that actually do? Look, hindsight's an exact science. But if your top people are calling it and saying, guys, that system's going to come forward, it should be listened to. But anyway, let's bank that. Let's move on.
So a couple of things. One, it wasn't dangerous.
Yeah.
So I don't think there was anyone was in danger. So that's the first thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It was just tough.
It didn't change the results. So the racing was fair. Didn't change the results. But just for this specific doubles race, the top 5% were out the system. The whole point of putting this race on, for me, and for the people that were there, is to make it enjoyable. And that today certainly wasn't enjoyable.
So we had about 12 Ks of good downwind, not good downwind, but downwind where you could get some downwind.
Yeah.
So that's the summary.
Yeah.
All right.
How was your race? Because the current 2025 plus 120. 120 to 130, world champion.
Hey, that's why I'm wearing this proudly. But anyway, my partner Michelle and I, my paddling partner, we had a really good race up until the turn, and then we joined the many people that swam through the finish.
Okay, cool.
Because you've got to do these things. Barry, it was yesterday that we were in this hall. It was full of people, and we marched and we had an amazing launch. So there's something really positive to talk about.
So this week, other than not the most fun racing today, has been hell of a fun. I think from an enjoyment perspective, Durban really has shown off. We've had really mild conditions the whole week. Guys have done lots of training runs. And then leading into that opening ceremony is a very special South African thing. I'm very patriotic, represented my country a couple of times, and to see South Africa put on a show like that, it's quite special. We've got a lot of our community that have been involved in putting that together. Personally, you can say Marika was part of the team there, your partner, and I think was a standout for me of this week so far,
beautiful.
for sure.
It was really beautiful. It was very special.
There was a lot. They did something, just to explain, called the Parade of Champions, which we actually walked from our venue here of DC down our waterfront promenade and through the Ashaka Marine World, down into an amazing aquarium with a beautiful sign in one of the tanks.
Yeah, underwater, the guys with divers.
With divers saying, "Welcome to Durban." And something super, super unique to Durban, super unique to South Africa. It had that local feel, and it just made my heart so warm.
So a little anecdote. Marika gets a message to say one of the teams want that sign that was underwater to take back, the German team.
No, that's
great. So they loved it. They absolutely loved it. Everyone loved it. They're talking about it. And they have actually a lot of people that have been to events around the world have said that this was very special. So to Sambre, to SeaWorld, DMTP, the Durban Marine Theme Parks, well done. Thank you for offering us the stadium. It was certainly appreciated and it was loved. So tomorrow.
No way. Part of the celebrations was really cool to walk into the arena and see some of SASS's races being showcased up on the big screen.
Oh, well, that's credit to you.
And so we as a company have put on some really cool races in the last 2 years. Our Bolido Downwind event has got really good conditions for the last 2 years, which has been great. We've got some great downwind footage, and to share that with the media team and have that play on the screen was super cool.
It was really great. As you walked in, this big screen, and there was a lot of, 70% of the footage was ours, so we were very proud of that as well.
So on to tomorrow. After the not so fun event today, we are going to be going from here at DC to Westbrook, a 34-kilometer course. What are you thinking of the predictions?
So that southwest is a gentle one. It's not a big one. It's going to favor a bigger amount of people in the field. As we've discussed before, that marker at the 16K is going to take out a lot of tactics. And there's going to be some hard racing. It's going to be some very, very hard racing.
I think we spoke about it in one of our other Downwind Diary episodes, that I managed to do a paddle pretty recently with some of the top guys, Mark Keeling, Kenny, Ron Benjamo, and Nikki. And they all asked me today, what are the conditions going to be versus to what we had a little while ago. One of those videos has got some great little downwind footage, some GoPro stuff. So if you want to look back, I think it's Downwind episode number 4, that you can look back and see some of that footage of what's going to come tomorrow. I think the swirl is going to be going in that direction. So pretty similar swirl to that day, but a little bit less wind. We had 15, 20, 25 knots, or 20 knots gusting, 25.
We started at 22 knots, eh?
Yeah, but tomorrow I think the reality, I think we're looking at 15 knots consistent wind with a bit of gust, and I don't think it's going to be paddles down hooping the whole way.
It's going to be hard work.
Yeah, I do think you're going to be chasing runs. There's always something to chase, and I think mentally the fatigue of the whole distance is going to be quite hard. The concentration is going to be quite hard to keep your consistency there over
34 kilometers.
But I think quite a fair course, nice fair conditions. I think racing is going to be super tight.
And
I think it's going to be super close.
I think that the last 500 meters, there's going to be a lot of deciding that's going to take place there. The people have got to keep their heads together when they come around that last buoy, enter into the surf zone, And
So that's the interesting part of the rules. Everywhere around the world, you're going to have slightly different answers to the rules. As a tradition in South Africa, because we have waves and shore breaks, we run up the beach with our boat. And just looking back on footage in the last couple of years, last year's race had a water finish. The year before in Perth had a run up the beach but with no boat. The rule for tomorrow in the singles race is you're going to run up the beach with your boat and your paddle. So from that perspective, you're going to have to really know what you're doing. There's 3 buoys on the course, one close to the start, one at the halfway mark, and then one right at the finish. So you're going to turn around a buoy and then come through the surf. So that last buoy, its positioning, as we saw today, the buoys were not where they said they were going to be. So you're going to have to find the 3 buoys and navigate is going to be, I think, a big thing.
Yeah.
And the curveball of where those buoys are and the nuance of not knowing exactly where they're going to be. Someone that might have done the course a couple of times this week might have a little bit of change going into their line come tomorrow. But yeah, mistakes in the wave zone are going to pay dividend tomorrow for sure.
And it showed today.
Yeah.
And then there was a DQ today. The winners, the doubles team, but it was unofficial. It was the men's. They missed the final buoy, so that was a DQ.
First buoy.
Paddling out. This first buoy.
Correct. Yeah, the first buoy.
Okay.
So paddling out here at the harbour, you were kind of in the harbour channel, and it was very, very difficult to see what was going on. And kind of the maps we've been seeing and what we were expecting was to have that buoy more towards the southern breakwater. It certainly wasn't. I had to make a bit of a detour once I saw where the lead boat was going in my race. So it was very difficult to miss or find. So yeah, one of those things that is going to play dividend tomorrow. Finding the last buoy coming in at Westbrook, I think, is going to be an important component in the race.
Yeah.
In terms of results today, I don't think anything out of the ordinary. Matt Finn and Saskia Hockley
Well
winning.
done to them. That was a great win.
They podiumed last year, and with 1 or 2 of the guys missing that were on the podium with them last year, they were on top step. Not out of the ordinary. I kind of expected them to be right up there.
He's very happy with the result.
Very stoked. And obviously for him, playing Russian roulette a little bit with his singles race. For Matt, running into tomorrow, if he's fired some of his matches out of his matchbox, maybe I don't think he's going to have a full matchbox for tomorrow.
It was hard. Today, you worked that entire 30 kilometers you worked. And if you wanted to get the runs, you worked to get those runs.
Especially those last 10 Ks into the wind. Would have taken some toll on everyone.
I moved right onto the back line, and I used that back line to shunt me home.
I think Saskia and Matt are also still under 23, which is a cool one, where the RCF change of rule now comes into effect, where they actually get to win more than one category, which is absolutely amazing. Super stoked for them. The rule changes. If you previously had entered an under 23 category, you couldn't be the Open champion, and with the rule changes now, they get to win both categories, which is great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow getting out into.
You had a good result today. Despite you not enjoying the race, you had a good result. Well done.
I think myself and my partner Deirdre Bentley from the South Coast, it was her hometown that we finished in today. We've only paddled 2 or 3 times together, and to her, she paddled like an absolute champion. She comes from a flat water background, and getting out into the open ocean for her is a little bit out of her comfort zone, and she was great today. We paddled really well. I think we finished 15th overall in the open category, which is awesome. Super keen to get out tomorrow and have more fun. The reason why I do this is downwind conditions and going downwind for me is what makes me tick, and hopefully we get a little bit more of that tomorrow.
So to all of those who paddled today, well done. If you got minced in the surf, it's part of the thing. Those that didn't paddle sat on the sand and watched everyone coming in and watched the carnage. And for what it's worth, even one of the rescue boats turned over. So that puts things into perspective. But very well done today, and good luck for tomorrow.
Thanks, same to you, Greg.
Well, I'm not racing tomorrow. I'm supporting.
You're just claiming you're world champions and off you go.
Yeah, world champs. We've got to chill.
Okay, great. I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. We'll bring you another Durban Downwind after the finish. The daily. Where am I saying? I'm so tired from today. Our Downwind Diaries, episode 10 tomorrow after the singles finish. We'll see you there.
It's going to be epic. Thank you very much.